Hello everyone, today we will continue what we started in the last video. We will be doing difference of two squares and also quadratic trinomials. Okay, so let's start with the difference of two squares. So first of all we have example x squared minus 9 equals 0. And you can notice straight away this is actually the difference of two squares. Why? Because 9, we can rewrite it as x squared minus 3 to the power of 2. 9 is 3 multiplied by 3, what is 3 to the power of 2, and this is 0. And we have the difference, what is minus between two squares, okay? So, if you know this is the difference of the square, you can use this method for factorization. And how did we do it a few weeks ago? We need to write down two back-to-back brackets, okay, and x goes straight in here, and then we have plus and minus, or minus and plus, doesn't matter, the order is not important, and then the second number, what is 3, goes here. So x plus 3, x minus 3. Now we need to go to step number 2. Each bracket equals 0, okay, so x plus 3 equals 0, or x minus 3 equals 0. And now we need to solve it, so we need to find what x is, okay? So if we know x plus 3 equals 0, so we need to get rid of 3 in here, so minus 3 and minus 3. So as you can see, I'm following the rules all the time, okay? So we don't have 3's anymore, and the answer is x equals minus 3. And the same the next one. If we want to cancel it out, we need to add 3 and add 3. Whatever we do on the left, we need to do the same on the right, okay? So x equals 3, okay? So we have minus 3 or plus 3, and then we can also write it down as x equals plus or minus 3, okay? And this is the first method. So let's make it smaller a little bit. There's another method to solve it, okay? So if you're not sure this is the difference of two squares, you can use the second method. Okay, so let's rewrite it again. So we have x squared minus 9 equals 0. And what to do? So we can just follow the rule that we have letters on left side and numbers on the other side. So we don't need minus 9 in here. So we need to add 9 to cancel it out and put it away. So plus 9 and plus 9. And then we're left with x squared, we don't have it anymore on the left, equals 9, okay? And our job is to solve it, okay? How can we solve it? What does it mean x squared? X squared means x multiplied by x. See? So what multiplied by what gives you 9? So we have 3 multiplied by 3 gives you 9, or, very important, don't forget about it, minus 3 multiplied by minus 3 gives you 9 as well, okay? So the same, we have two answers here, and x equals plus or minus 3, right? Okay, and the next question is to solve x squared plus x minus 6 equals 1. And this is the quadratic trinomial. And quadratic means we have x squared. Okay, and trinomial means we have 3 terms. And we have x squared, x, and then we have a constant, okay? So we need to revise how to factorize it and how to solve it, okay? So we can use this brick method. So first of all, we need to look at minus 6, okay? And minus 6 goes straight on the top, so that's minus 6. And then we need to look at the number in front of x, coefficient of x, okay? We don't have anything in here, that means we have 1, okay? So 1 plus 1 goes straight in here. And now we need to look for two numbers. When we multiply these numbers, we'll get minus 6. But when we add these two numbers, we have plus 1. So let's say we need to find two factors of minus 6, and one has to be positive, one has to be negative. When we add them up, we have plus 1. So the factors are 3 and minus 2. Okay, so let's check it. So 3 multiplied by minus 2, that gives you minus 6. 3 minus 2, that's 1. Okay, so that's correct. And now we can just make two brackets equals 0, x, and the factors go straight in here. So we have plus 3 and minus 2. Okay, let's make it smaller a little bit. So first step is done. We factorized it. Now we need to each bracket let each bracket equal 0. Okay, so x plus 3 equals 0, or x minus 1 equals 0. And now we need to solve it. Okay, so the same in here, minus 3 and minus 3. So x equals minus 3, or in here plus 2 plus 2. We don't have it anymore, so we have x equals 2. Okay, and this is the answer. And this is the last question today, okay? And we need to solve it and verify both solutions, okay? So let's follow our steps. First of all, we need to factorize it, okay? And this is a quadratic trinomial, so we can use the bricks in here. So first of all, plus 9 goes straight here, plus 10 straight to bottom. And now two factors of 9, when we add them up, we'll get 10. So it's 9 and 1, okay? So 9 multiplied by 1, that gives you 9. 9 plus 1, that gives you 10. So perfect. Now we need to make the brackets. So x, and the factors, so plus 9 and plus 1. Okay, done. The next step is each bracket equals 0. So x plus 9 equals 0, or x plus 1 equals 0. Okay, and the same, minus 9, cancel out. So x equals minus 9, or we have minus 1 and minus 1, cancel. So we have x equals minus 1, okay? And now we need to verify it, okay? So let's check how to do it. Let's make it smaller. So first of all, let's put minus 9 to our equation, okay? So we have x squared plus 10x plus 9, okay? So instead of x, let's use minus 9. So we have minus 9 to the power of 2 plus 10 multiplied by minus 9 and plus 9. So minus 9 to the power of 2, that gives you 81. Then 10 multiplied by minus 9, that's minus 90, and plus 9. Okay, so we have 89 minus 90 plus 9. Okay, if you would like to swap the order, you can add it first. So we have 81 plus 9, that's 90, and 90 minus 90, that's 0. Okay, so perfect, that's correct. And the next one, we have x equals minus 1. So let's put minus 1 instead of x. So we have minus 1 to the power of 2 plus 10 multiplied by minus 1 and plus 9. Okay, so minus 1 to the power of 2, that's minus 1 multiplied by minus 1, that's 1. Then we have 10 multiplied by minus 1, that's minus 10, and plus 9. And the same, you can add it up first, so that's 10 minus 10, that gives you 0, correct. Okay, and perfect. So if you are asked to solve and verify, this is the way you need to follow. If you are asked just to solve, you can finish in here, okay? But if you have time, always check your answers, and it's better for you. You can verify, and then you can check if you did it correctly, okay? And for the end, you need to follow these 3 steps, okay? So factorize first, and then each bracket equals 0 and solve it. If you are asked to verify, you need to check your answer and verify. So first of all, this is x squared plus 3x plus 2, and the other one is x squared minus 49, okay? If you would like to revise how to factorize, go back to your notes or go back to videos, and you can practice more, okay? So follow the steps and try to do them. If you have any questions, you can ask me tomorrow. See you!